This is a video for the Shozy 1.1, the Shozy 1.4, and the Ico OH10. I'm also going to mention the Voyager 14, the flagship Sony that I reviewed yesterday, and the Sony N3 APs. I'll try to move along. My mother had this album. She had this album. Did not have that one. Maybe that was a little before her time. I'm going to go from the music. I'm going to go directly to this, and there's a reason for this. I'll get right to the point. I think the Shozy 1.1 is the best of the three. And I'm going to title this video Harman Tuning Burnout, because I've been beating around the bush for a long time. I didn't realize until I laid these graphs over one another today why the Shozy 1.1 is so appealing. I did a video for the 1.1, and I liked it. I talked about the beryllium, and I said it sounded good, but I just did the graph, and had the graph in the video, and I felt like I was doing disclosure, because I thought that's a unique looking fucking animal compared to what I had seen, which was Harman, 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 and I had heard Harman, 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 Harman. Brain, ears burnt out of that, first totally. I swear to God, and I didn't know what was coming. And then, graph goes away, other items come, I graph them, and while I'm doing different stages of stuff, I'm listening to the 1.1s, and I did a revisited video, which I haven't done that many of those. I did a revisit of the 1.1 because I thought it sounded excellent. Listening to the music that I show you guys all the time, I thought these sounded fantastic. Look at the bass. We're looking at 3 dynamic driver sets. The Shozy 1.4 is a hybrid, the Ico's a hybrid. These are all hybrids, but they all have dynamic drivers in the bass, and they're all presenting to you very similar amplitude hill, and it's taking a similar trajectory to the mids. There's nothing really different going on there. When you get to 1K, we're doing 3 totally different things. The Ico's doing the Harman, as you can see. If you've been looking at graphs since 2019, about the end of 2018, it became just a huge thing where people would automatically say, "Looks, there's the Harman, and there's this thing. It must be great." I like the tuning, but I keep rankings of my favorite 5 budget, my favorite 5. Having multiple sets with the same tuning is like eating the same food again and again, or having a really nice car, having a Escalade, a Cadillac Escalade, which I have in Hawaii, and then buying another SUV. Like, get a different thing. Why have a bunch of Harman tuned sets? Have you ever thought about that? I never really did until I thought, what was the big appeal of Shozy 1.1? It does everything. The lifespan. I remember I got really severe OCD when it comes to audio and how I judge it. The life and death of symbols on the Shozy is fine. I never felt that something was missing or gone. Thank you to that fat spike. They say cut narrow, boost wide. That just sounds nice. The bass is brilliant. This flat delivery right here, from 1 to 4, is very appealing to my ears. And let me bring in the Sony N3 AP real quick. These are one of my all-time favorites, and if I had a top 10 whatever, price doesn't matter where it came from in the world, top 10. Now, thousands of dollars sets included, this would be in my top 10. It costs $400 in Japan. These are absolutely brilliant. The way they deliver bass and the way you can still catch the mids, even though you shouldn't according to the graph, is just amazing. Is it like that? Somebody asked me. In its awesomeness, yes. That is an awesome set. That is. I'd have to compare them longer to have more to say, except that I'll never let these go. And I did a video where I said that, and same with that. Like, fucking Sony. Legend makers. The Empire Ears Legend X was out-legended by Sony's best effort, and I fucking blown. Some people came in the comments. Somebody just came in. I know who it was because he's using a burner account. I don't. It's funny. Gaze upon the awesomeness, dude. Somebody also said about Chifi, are you migrating away from Chifi? Are you guys kidding me? Chifi built my channel. When all the other companies were saying, you know what, you should cut down on your language, and you can't say that to Zeus because he's got too many subs. Zeus can say, fuck you. When you got 6,000 subs like I had, people can look at you and say, you know what, you ought to cut down on the curse words, and I, instantly when I'm told what to do, I think, fuck you. And I would say that in mails to people, and lots of people have received mails from me, offers of meeting and physical confrontation, just crazy stuff where you're like, dude, what's the big deal? I don't know, man. It seems to me like everything in the world can be fixed with a good punch in the nose. I'm convinced of that, but I digress very much. Chifi came to me because it was in their best interest to take anybody who would give them airtime. And there was lots of sets that I put on videos that had not been on YouTube ever before. Even DAPs to this day have still not gotten the love that, or the attention that I showed. So it was content, number one. It was experience gathering for me, number two. And also I have watched the arc of Chifi, which all three of these items are, by the way, and the Voyager is too, go from a lot of garbage. There's still a lot of garbage, but I just don't give it any video time because I'm too busy with stuff that is legit and can get a video. So you guys think, you know, what happened to something? I didn't like it, or where is something? I don't like it. Like, so I'm not even gonna do a video for it. This set right here, I will do a video for. This is a TRI, or I don't know. These are pretty good, man. The graph, I don't know. Also the AQ3, the base on the AQ3 is, wow, that is some dope stuff, man. Somebody said, you said bass head, so I pulled the trigger. You're gonna like those, man. And it's not like goodbye mids type stuff like the ASG 2.5 cranked up. That is legit. So am I moving away from Chifi? Chifi took care of me, and I have a loyalty, not to say something's good, but a loyalty to keep going, because when nobody would show me love, it was done for both ways. For me, it was content. For them, it was getting exposure. But I'm brand loyal. I eat the food, I drink the sodas, I buy the sneakers, the shirts of brands that didn't fail me, didn't break quickly, didn't rip, the logo didn't come off the shirt quickly. Just do your job well, and I'm cool, and I will stick with you until you don't appreciate my patronage. You know what I mean? So I was given the opportunity by Chifi when people were trying to dictate stuff to me. I hope that the person that runs Linso, Lillian, who, God bless her, runs a company someday, like takes over a big company and just runs it into the top of the game, because she's that smart. She doesn't care about. Critical made like an annual thing, I think I saw it, where he was talking about, you know, he does advertisements for Hi-Fi Go and Linsol, and he lets them there because they don't tell him what the fuck to do. And I get it, because it's the appeal for me too. So people say he's always doing Linsol stuff, because they don't say a fucking word to me. 50% of what is sent to me doesn't even get a picture, because it's not good. I'm not going to wreck it to you. That's genius, because the good stuff is going to filter through to the level of a video, and the really good stuff's going to be hyped up in multiple videos. And that's the stuff to put on your shelf. And if other people like Critical and others say that too, then put more of it on your shelf, because you sell more of it. They're trying to find out what's good. So am I going to move away from Chifi? Are you fucking stoned? Hell no. I'm just going to be doing more headphones and doing other stuff, because I've got the space to do that now. I think the Shozy 1.1 is the best of the three. It's unique, and that's its appeal to me. If you bought the 1.4, should you send it back? I think looking at the graph and how people's feedback has been over the past year, it's probably the safest tuning of the three. Like, is it going to bother somebody because it's got, nah, nope. It's beautiful. It's got the wood caps. It's also got a beryllium driver. I got a special liking for this. I also am a huge fan of the Belon, so consider that. There's people that think the Belon 03 is not that big a deal. I think it's epic. I think it's absolutely fucking fantastic. So that brain is the guy that's saying that that next number 2 right there, that Shozy 1.1, is better than the 1.4. It's better than the Ico, and it's $69, I think. So I'll stop wasting you guys' time. I don't even know if I mentioned it. The Voyager is awesome. If you bought it, it's the difference between these two is that has a dynamic driver, and this set is all balanced armature, like the U12T and like the Anole VX, which I think this is better than those. And that's the honeymoon period's over. These are awesome, and these are $999. I can't believe I'm saying that like a fucking car salesman. If that's out of your price range, and this is, I'd recommend you get it. It's absolutely outstanding, and they're gonna have wood caps and all kinds of stuff, and they'll only get better. And the cables, I wish the Sony had that cable and the case. So I'll let you guys go. This is the answer to the question. I won't go through music because the symbol on No More No More, it's life. All of the things that I talk about in my videos where I'm looking for cues is available for all 3 of these. I've just gotten not tired of the Harman, I guess that's overstating it. I have a lot of versions of the Harman, and as the graph would bear out, it puts some things up instead of other things. That's what it does. That's the beauty of graphs. I've got a lot of that teal green thing, and because of that, its appeal is not diminished, but it's not. It might be the best version of the Harman that I've got. That's the kind of the thing I gotta get into. Like, what's the king of the Harmans? There's a good video. Like with the S8Z versus I forget that it's got a dynamic. Who cares? They're tuned not that dissimilar. The Ico looks like a Fearless actually in a way, by looking at the graph. So I ought to pit it against the S8F or something. Seriously, that would make sense. Because, you know, which one's the best, and then that would be my Harman rec or something like that. It seems like I've got a lot of the same thing. It's kind of redundant. When I get into headphones, I'm not going to be interested in same sounding stuff. I think that the Sundaras sound excellent. If I hear a set that sounds just like that, I'm not going to be that interested in it because I got the Sundaras. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not interested in repeating what I've got or recommending people spend money on stuff they've already got, tuning-wise. So, Harman Burnout. I guess that's going to be the title of this video. And 1.1 is a trippy-looking beast, but it sounds so good. And, yeah, I'm out. That's it. I didn't waste that much of your time, and I didn't even do an intro this time. Though I'm going to keep doing those. I'm going to try to figure out a balance. I'm out.